Okay, he should be online. I see his Twitch went live, so shouldn't be too long.
Alex Kent is asking you, Crack, if you've played Master of Mind or Twaryna.
So, I have not played Master of Mind yet. I have played Twaryna several times. I think I lost twice by just either suiciding or tilting. Lost once by him, and the other games I won. But we played 6LM. I think his 6LM was weaker than his Jebus, which is very likely because he plays a lot of Jebus and very little 6LM. And he had the same issue that I would argue again, like I already argued, like if it goes late game, he just dies because he has no timer. And well, it's probably the price you pay for being a big streamer, that you have to interact with chat.
True.
And it costs you the timer every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like people say that about Voodoosh, where, I think I've heard Helllight comment this about him, where he's like, well, I think he could be a much better player, but his priorities are, to interact with chat and be a really good streamer. And, so he kind of sacrifices.
But the same thing goes too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I noticed myself, like, even though I have a far smaller auditor when I stream, it still distracts. It's still hampers the gameplay.
Okay, so looks like we finally have Twaryna inside of the lobby. So let us see what towns they roll.
Or someone is a blessed donor, someone is not. I can already say who will have the better map.
Necro and Tower. Ooh, what an interesting pair. Master of Mind says
Necro Tower. That's probably like the I don't reroll plus here, not the you can have it for free plus.
And guys, please do let us know if anything is wrong with the sound, because when I switch between players, there's like the settings might switch a little bit in OBS. So there, do let us know if you guys notice changes in either like the sound or something. Okay, and Twaryna may be thinking about banning something here. So Master of Mind pluses and immediately says 2K and. What would you do here? What would you? This is the classic game that I had against. Right. Okay, yeah. So that's where
I think it depends here if you consider yourself the stronger player or somewhat equalish. I think if you're the underdog, if it was an underdog situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you are the, your opponent is stronger than you, and you're well aware of that, and you admit it to yourself. You would just full trade for Necro and try to get the spicy high roll.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in this situation, probably both see each other as equalish, like he's somewhat on my level, that thing. So they will just have this normal trade. They will go for, I don't know, like, what do you trade here? 5k, 6k? Like, Necro's pretty broken, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but Tower can be pretty strong if it rolls well.
I guess, but it's still Necro, like Tower can be strong, Tower can be bad.
Yeah, but Necro is stable. Necro is at least stable most of the time.
Necro is either stable or broken.
It was like a game that I think Gomunculus against Bishop the other day, where they rolled Conflux versus Tower, and Gomunculus won the trade, and he actually picked Tower at like minus 5k, and he ended up winning the game because Bishop had Magic Elementals break.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I believe Gomunculus really does not like playing Luna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I guess Bishop
doesn't either. Is not a... Yeah, but I mean, that's also a thing. If you know your opponent doesn't like Luna either, you can go for a trade like that.
Shouldn't every town be called Krepest in Russian? Well, that's the word for fortress, not castle. Castle is zamok. Okay, so finally Master of Mind sells Necro for 4.7k, and now they're bidding for town, or I mean color.
Alright. I think Twaryna is not in a position to sell here, unless it would be a very, very rough break where he would break Master of Mind. But that's unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Necro, you have what, up to 7 or 8K to spare in this case. So he could even pay like 3.3K feasibly and still be okay, still have an okay start.
I mean, as Necro, what you would want day one, I think, is you want at least like 3-5 to start the day after the gold bonus, so you can get the hero and the transformer, and then you take like a churchyard or a big crypto girlfriend. You're fine.
But,
don't even have to
but
get
it's
the
still
transformer
possible.
early
Like
on.
to me personally, when I play Necro, my limit is 2K. Like I want to have at least 2K left. So okay, Master of Mind says plus at 1.6. So actually, I would say this favors Twaryna. This trade does.
I'm not sure, honestly. Like the
And
trade
minus
for color.
6.3K for Red Necro. You're not sure?
Red Necro is pretty powerful here.
Yeah.
Oh, Twaryna is a red Necro. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, then
yeah,
it's
yeah,
Twaryna. Okay,
that's
okay,
what I-
my bad. I was thinking that Twaryna sold the color,
No.
sold the faction, but yeah, that's fine. Red Necro, I think here is an advantage position.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, if Necro has to, it can start with 0k gold. Like, Girlfriend takes the skeletons and takes a crypt or a churchyard and you start rolling from that. Well, not necessarily a churchyard, but something. Right, I would say we start from the red side because that's where we decide. What will be decided? Well, let's go already, kind of.
Yeah, not quite what you want to see. You do have a cons right next to your town.
But you would probably prefer either, how do they call it, clear tomb or a mini. Like, if 2 to 4 is nice, but if it's close to the town, it would be better to have, like, it's your first target, you can take it super early on and start off that. Okay,
I would put
Troglodytes,
whites
Ace,
on Aislinn here to start clearing the blocks down there, the troglodytes.
I think he wants Aislinn as supporting Necro, like not as a split.
Maybe.
As a split, you would send like maybe the archers even to clear the town. Aislinn can assist with the farming of skeletons here.
Would you really split off archers here?
I mean, 15 skeletons, how much is that worth, to be honest? Not sure if I would split the archers. Probably not.
Well, it can make the difference between, taking a max crypt with no losses or not, or a churchyard or something like that. Not in this case, obviously, because he doesn't have enough. But if you between like 140 and 155 skeletons, that's definitely a difference where that can make a one shot those 10 vamps or the 15 zombies.
But they can also help, like as support of fighting stack, these early range units. Like you see it here, how you use them, right?
What's the better option, though? I kind of, well, in this case, obviously, you don't really see any crypts or.
Yeah, he has no object to go for,
churchyards.
so
Yeah.
for now he might keep them. I still don't think that he will send off Aislinn for the town.
Yeah. I mean, having him as a necro support hero makes sense. I just like having whites on. Well, obviously, I'm not at this level.
Whites for the town makes sense, but not on Aislinn. That's the thing. Like, if you want to send whites, send a random trash hero for it, or some magic arrow guy or whatnot.
Yeah, that's true. But Aislinn
guy.
also has the meteor shower, right? So if he faces a block that's a little bit more difficult, something that just the whites can't handle, then maybe he can.
But then
deal
instead, Thane, for example, is better. Whom he has in Tavern. Magic arrows will usually help more than the meteor shower on difficult break if you have whites, since you. Like, how do I put it? If whites cannot take a fight, it's mostly because it's range units, or because it's melee units that will kill a white on the retail.
Right.
So having magic arrows to weaken down every melee stack will be more helpful.
True.
Okay, Transformer. This is really sad though, building Transformer for like 15 skeletons. Okay, I guess he can transform these zombies
He does
too.
convert them, and what does he do? He goes for the treasury, I guess? No.
Should be the play. Also, I believe Twaryna will one-on-one here. That looks kind of meh.
We can quickly take a look at what's going on the Master of Mind's side.
I agree. Let's have a look.
Wait. What's going on here? Oh, that's... What? This is the main stream, it's not Master... Oh, did I may have...
You probably went into the stream of MS Studio instead.
Alright, I may have done that, but I'm not sure how. Is Master of Mind streaming? Alright, I'm gonna try to figure this out.
Yes,
sorry,
he is
guys.
streaming.
I don't know how I did that. I thought I did the right thing. Dreams, Master of Mind. Okay. It was actually okay. I didn't change it from Savitar for some reason. Okay.
Okay. The Papashka fight seems a bit messy for Twaryna's end, I'll be honest. I think he kind of fight them awkwardly. So Master of Mind seems to have a genie duel.
Decent start of Gremlins. There's a lamp guarded by Grand Elves, it looks like, and he does have a Solmir start, right? So he can deal with the Grand Elves technically. Would still have losses.
To be fair, it's a hive and a lamp, so it's a decent chunk of value. The chain lightning will.
True. But he does have 3 gremlin dwellings, so losing gremlins is not necessarily that scary, and that was a fight for a box, so let's see.
Oh, that's cool. What was leprechauns, right?
Yes, leprechauns.
Leprechauns are decently overvalued, so it could be a very nice box here.
5k XP.
Okay, nice.
Air magic on Solmir.
Okay. Ooh, now he's struggling. Int or not? I myself would not pick it here, honestly. Okay, he did not pick it.
Well, 4 spell power on Solmir with advanced sorcery. At this point, I think he could even risk the Grand Elves fight.
At this point, he could.
Or even maybe get the +2 spell power first up there.
I can't see it in your stream. Did he use up his mana already on Solmir? Like, I can't see the blue bar.
He still has. Yeah, he still has.
Alright, yeah, then he could go for them.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty decent play to get that lamp, also expose that hive. Might want to collect all of the gremlin dwellings first, though. And there's an easier lamp, though, so that's probably a better play. Going for that first.
MoM's map looks better than Twaryna's for now. Like, there's 2 consoles, there's a hive, there's a lot of lamps. There's a picket. The picket is reasonably difficult, though, I guess, like 20k value. Due to having a major artifact as well.
Yeah, so it looks like he is thinking of those elves. For Solmir, he can do the golems on a side hero. 2 consus here as well. And saw something else, a Naga dwelling at the bottom, right? And he sees a picket here. So yeah, it looks pretty decent. The only bad thing looks like the roads are not going to be great here.
And it looks as if he's really poor gold-wise. I mean, look at this. He started with a very high trade for plus in his case, and he's on 7 heroes and it's poor already, so it seems as if the map itself is very poor.
Hello, Apera. How are you? Alright, so things are pretty self-explanatory here. Let's have a look at what's going on here. Okay, so that Dwarven Treasury looks like he's down to only 130 skeletons after this. Yeah, well, he's going to continue scouting, but definitely looks like a reset from Twaryna.
Agree on that. Like, I see no reason to play this. I mean, it's nice gold-wise for him, but he lost a lot of skeletons already.
Yeah, and there's a block, and that's the exact reason why you send whites on a hero. So you can just clear whatever's blocking the road, kind of like that. The 2049 Null Marauders should be doable with whites if you get a decent hero with like 2 or 3 defense.
Or Thane could have done this by spamming magic arrows.
Right.
Honestly, I don't even think you need spells for this fight. Like, you don't need a hero spells. You could send any random trash hero, and he would deal with that.
Free Dragon Greaves are nice.
That's kind of cool. Okay, he took these skeletons, but I don't think these skeletons on Gion can deal with that.
He says plus? What? That's
I
weird.
Mean, maybe it's a bait. Maybe he's like, I have 4 heroes, I'm fine. If they end up playing this, Twaryna is in a awkward situation.
I would assume he would 1-1-2, right? If he doesn't find anything that makes this much better. Otherwise,
oh god, the road. Like, the road is an instant 1-1-2 for me already. Look at this.
Yeah.
Unless you have a second town up there, which is really close to the undiscovered area.
Haste Scroll is good. Yeah, unfortunately we cannot turn off these the donation text since that's on Twaryna's stream.
You could translate them for chat though, so we know what
right.
people wish Twaryna. So if you enter this position, like imagine you have to play this map and you have no restarts left. What do you do here?
I mean, play off the cons, I guess, depending on the size.
But you don't really have the goal to check the console, right? You're decently poor. I mean, there's a HP ring, which is nice, but the guard is difficult because there's a lot of nonsense next to it.
I guess after the imp cache, you would probably go for the churchyard.
Probably. It's either the churchyard. You have Black Knights as possible meteor too, I guess, but like for the console, Black Knights are really good.
It's a small imp cache.
Great, not what you want here. Like I think he wants a max without upstack here. You want to go in and see the swarm. Hey there, Mr. Erster. Yes, it's as you can imagine, Jebus Cup is a tournament about playing Jebus.
Yes, only Jebus Cross. Yes, that is why I decided to cast this, because I wouldn't really know what I'm talking about if this was any other template.
He kind of has an. I mean, this is not perfect, but he kind of split the imps apart decently. No, oh boy. So he has to sack a skeleton now to the left, and then it's fine.
Ugh.
He just goes.
And
he's
morale.
really risking the morals here. Like he's really risking them.
Yeah, so it looks like he is going to clear that block and then probably go for the churchyard. But I mean, I would imagine that he 1-1-2s here. So 2 XP shops, 1 cons. Okay, he wants to try to check the cons with Galthran.
Oh, I guess he just goes in now.
He already knows the size, so I guess he checked it already. But it looks like size 2+, right?
No, I think that what he does now is he goes in, he either takes it, and then he plays, or he doesn't in 1-1-2s. Like that would be a possible play now.
True. Yeah, Zapoy is correct. So this is from MS Studio, and they have lots of tournaments, and a lot of other tournaments do include other templates besides just Jebus.
Now if you look at this, I do not believe that he can take a size 2 unless he upgrades into skeleton warriors, maybe.
Even then it's he loses a lot of them, and then how much value do you get from the 2 angels when you have no skeletons left? It's questionable.
It depends on the map. There's a lot of maps where 2 angels are more valuable, but this is not the kind of map where I would say it's the case.
I mean, when you're Necro and you face it kind of, you're stuck playing a map like this that doesn't look amazing. You're always thinking of your bread and butter and going for as many skeletons as possible and breaking on skeletons and animate, right?
Yeah, of course. On this map, I would really agree with that. But as I said, if this was a map where you have, you have 5 pickets all over the map that you can collect, then the angels are far more valuable than the skeletons.
True. Yeah.
Because your skeletons would be useless and the angels would be where it's at. But yeah. This here is, I guess, the best case. Like, this is the best play he has, because it results in him 1-1-2ing this, so I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like 1-1-2 is the best play here. So it's like,
I don't know, this is alright. You just take your skeletons. I mean, if this girlfriend was with stats, I could see this going well. Like, he's desperately trying it now. If it was a girlfriend with stats, like, let's say he had expert armor, for example. Size 3 he won't do, size 2...
Size 2 with losses, but size 3 just thinking.
Size 2 is fine here, size 3 I don't see him doing. I mean, size 3 he could do if he had, let's say, a Bone Dragon to kite and have minus morals.
1-1-2 it is.
Yeah, of course. Like, you don't take this.
Well, no, and this is the problem. So it looks like probably that first plus was a bait more so than he actually wanted to play this map. So that means that, you're always risking when you're doing that, right? You're risking ending up 1-1-2ing, and then you don't have any restarts left, and your opponent has both of his. So you basically just gave your opponent an advantage there. Well, here he does see +3 spell power chest, which, as Necro, you do like to see spell power.
Okay, hey there, Barlov. So, honestly, looking at the trade, I would say Twaryna was in an advantageous position, if you look only at the trade. You got the red necro decently cheap.
Yeah, bar lifter. It was minus 6.3k, I believe, for red necro over tower. So yeah, I would certainly agree and say that's Twaryna got the better of the trade.
I mean, if you look at the bait thing, right? I think it makes sense to try bait as red necro, because if you look at it, red necro plussing is really scary for you as player. So. But it works both ways.
True. And tower is very RNG dependent as well. You know, if you don't see any lamps, or you know,
it can be very difficult to start.
Yeah. So he probably it's reasonable to assume that tower may not always get the best start.
And then the 1-1-2 makes even more sense, because you know your opponent knows red necro plus, so he must have something really nice for him as well to keep the map as well too.
I don't know why, but the blue horse icon upsets me. You mean the thing that Twaryna has on his cursor? Yeah, I guess that's something he had specially made for himself. I've never seen that before. Now, he does have a cons here, so if that's...
Well, the cons was 3-4.
Oh, it's 3-4, okay, I didn't see that, yeah. So it's too big, but it's not bad. I mean, you either like to see a size 1 or a size 3-4 as necro, because
no, honestly, I think you like any size as necro, because you can take a size 2 decently well early on if you have a good stack.
That's true.
And then, as I said, necro likes any size of cons. I think any faction likes any size of cons. People like cons. That's probably the point.
Yeah, Maxim, unfortunately, betting is not available on this channel. I actually talked to the organizer of the tournament about that, and I think the problem is that they don't have affiliation as the MS Studio 2 channel, so for that reason they can't organize like the points and betting and stuff. So, unfortunately, that's not available. Just sending Galthran here, picking up spell power.
Defense and spell power, I guess.
There's a churchyard. He can go for that. But seems a little bit strange. Were there really not any better options for him to do with Galthran?
I haven't seen any better options for him to take, if I'm honest. Like, what would you do here? Cons is too big, sharpshooters are deaf.
True. Oh, well, he didn't have any more gold to scout. Maybe, well, for those Oceanid boxes. Yeah,
yes.
But...
Well, I mean, I think we should have a look at MoM at this point, because Twaryna can't do anything.
What I was just thinking.
He just has to play this anyways. And if we reset or not depends fully on MoM at this point. Ooh, I see Dessa getting a level up already. There's a level 4 shrine and minus lobby.
The old DDoS.
Yeah, DDoS. Right.
Alright. Well, the good news is the lobby seems like lately, you know, over the past few months has been pretty stable. If it does get that blue screen, it usually comes back up pretty quickly. All right, so he's got what, 2 Utopias, a Hive, a Picket. Did he take any lamps? Does he have any genius? Doesn't look like it. A decent amount of gremlins. Level 4 shrine. He cleared chain lightning. Yo,
wow.
We heard you like chain lightning, so we gave you a shrine when you already have Solmir.
Ooh, he has a very nice head above his town though. I mean, it's a bit rough to take because you have an imp cache too, so you have 15k value for it.
Looks like Thunderbird's guarding the helmet.
I guess Solmir with some spell power can take care of them, but still not a pleasant guard. You will bleed a bit.
But probably a restart from him. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I mean, taupes are not really what you want to see as tower most of the time, I would say.
Well, let's have a quick look at Twaryna just to see what's going on his end. Oh, road doesn't look great. 2 Necro Heroes, though. Bit amino.
I don't like 2 Necro Heroes as Necro because you don't have fast 1-stacks.
True.
And you transform anyways.
But, you know, it does allow you the option to potentially go for fast animates, like skipping the transformer, potentially. So.
Well, then you're stuck with zombies.
It's true.
Having the Domina is kind of cool. Will help with the farming.
Alright, the road seems a little bit weird, but not horrible, I guess.
It looks nice gold-wise, to be honest. Like, he has a lot of gold here to work with.
Okay, and it looks like the top right is the road to the break. So actually, the break should not be too terribly far. And he does have a scholar, so that's always nice.
He has Scholar, he has Genova. I mean, it's 350
Good
gold.
Slow and haste.
Haste is, I think, more important as Necro most of the time. Decent skeleton stack, even for the Transformer, 130. One can play with that.
Decides to get experience on Galthran. And goes for a size 3 crypt. Should be fine here.
Yeah, I don't see him having problems in this crypt here right now.
Looks like he knows the tech.
No, he hits those, everyone comes in, he hits the whites.
He wants to hit the zombies with after waiting. Okay. Dragonbone Greaves, not bad.
Probably one of the, I guess, Spirit of Oppression is the best you can get out of it, and that's pretty close to it. Like, you want either minus morale, or you want, well, the +1 speed would be actually the best, arguably.
Right.
Well,
I mean, anything
among
like
the better ones.
any of the armor of the
Useful
damn
ones.
pieces would be good. Yeah, anything besides like the eagle eye stuff and
the spell resist stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Midlol, and a heart to you as well.
Okay, let's see what's going on Master of Mind's side. Okay, he does have a lamp, but those energy elementals are guarding a lot of stuff.
I see a hive.
Not
There's
good
also
dwelling. Decent
a
amount of
warrior's
gold.
tomb, a Naga bank.
Good shield.
I guess if one wanted, they could start off the Naga bank. Guard is decently easy. 2 Nagas can be nice for hives. Like, they are very beefy units.
Looks like he was probably leaving those chests to get experience, so he may pick those
Yeah,
up.
probably.
What do you think about doing that? Do you like to do that?
Honestly, I don't. I'm someone like, I am usually playing XL plus U's and HDM1, and there you don't have the luxury of picking up chests for experience because the maps are poorer.
Smite, this is actually the losers bracket, so these guys both lost in the quarterfinals, so now they're playing for a chance to get back into it.
But I think here as Tower, it's fine to take chests for XP. Like, you have a very big plus on gold. You will need some for the genies, of course, but you still have a very big plus to start with.
Especially since you don't see too many Pandora boxes. I don't think he sees any, right?
I guess you might be considering to take on the Lizard Warriors day 1 and restart if the tomb sucks, because the map is kind of mediocre.
To take on what? Sorry?
Take on the Lizard Man, check the tomb, and if it's not some high roll object, just reset. Is that the map looks so-so.
Well, it doesn't look completely awful, to be honest. I mean,
No, I mean, it's like an average map, I would say.
Yeah.
It's maybe below average a bit even.
Is there any standing list? Well, you could check out the yes. 1 second. It is in Russian, but I'll give you guys the link. So yeah, you guys can click on that and scroll down, and you'll see the bracket, and just slightly below. And then a little bit below that, you'll see the schedule. So right now it's only this game that's clear, and we're not exactly sure when the next game is going to be. But it may be there is going to be a game 2 either tomorrow at 1 p.m. Moscow time or 6 p.m. Moscow time, which I do believe that I'm going to be casting. Not sure if Crack is going to be here or who else. I did actually message Bistro and Mekick to see if maybe they're interested in casting sometime as well. So we'll see what they respond, and But when we know more, we'll organize it.
This looks like minus Ballista and maybe 1 stacks, but now the terrain is very helpful, to be fair.
Yeah, Bar Lifter. It's they don't have an English version of the site, so it's only in Russian.
I think he here was considering to sacrifice a gargoyle to save the ballista. Not sure what he was thinking about for so long.
Possibly I would be... Well...
Oh, and now the Naga decided. Oh, I think that might have been a slight misplay. He should have moved up the
There's that
golems.
morale.
Because one Naga doesn't kill the golems.
What time for Canada, USA? So, damn. Well, just
I think it's
subtract.
very early.
Damn it! I gotta convert it for you guys now. Just Google it. Moscow time is GMT +3, I believe. So, and this is 6 p.m. Right now it's 6:37 Moscow time. So, for Eastern U.S. time, this would be 10 a.m. I believe, 10:37, and for California it would be like 7:37. Yeah, and if it's 1 p.m. Moscow time, then it's unfortunately going to be kind of late night for you guys.
So what is his plan now? Is he going to just collect chests on Solmir because he left the army behind?
Yeah,
I
so
guess
looks like-
that's an option. Go chests, go spell power. Oh no, is he going for the lizards on 2 Nagas? I mean, I can't judge Jebus values too well. I could tell you that on a template with medium guard strength, this is suicide.
He does see
Oh, it's
another
only
lamp,
2040
by the
now.
way, on the left there, but we don't see what's guarding that. Okay, so he is going for the lizardman on just the Nagas. Huh.
I mean,
Interesting.
2049 should be fine. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, the
Wouldn't
value
have thought
between...
about that. Decent, decent.
Yeah, it's not like your
yeah, not
teapot
game
or whatnot,
changing,
but
yeah.
still really good.
Not your average Lekshav tomb, not your or not your average Alex the Magician tomb. 4
Yeah.
Earth tomes. But not bad. And he does have Neela. I do like Neela. I do like the armor specialists. She did help me.
I don't like Neela. I
You
like
don't?
Mufal and Tazar. I
Well,
don't like Neela.
of course. Yeah, the stat progression is not as good, but
It's
Neela
not even
did
the
help
stat
me.
progression, it's the skills.
Neela did help me break green dragons like 116 or 117 once when I didn't really have wouldn't have been able to do that on anybody else really. Void Remover, it was a Naga dwelling. He did a Naga dwelling.
Interesting. Is he going to main Neela? He used Solmir to pick up the boots. Oh no, he just wanted to scout full movement.
So it looks like gold golems guarding that lamp up there. He does see a cons guarded by archers. I mean,
gold golems would be really easy to take. Like you just need some obsidian gargoyles to permakite them. Well, actually, it's a lot of stuff, so maybe he needs an ammo card, which then is already several days he has to invest just for this lamp.
I
Or he
would
just gets more
I
army.
would think he probably pluses. Oh, there's Earth Magic. I think that's a plus. I think this is a plus now for sure. The map doesn't look super amazing, but it looks pretty decent. And you're at this point with only one restart. I think you're okay with pretty decent. And not getting completely screwed.
Yeah, I would agree. Like this looks fine. Like, your average decent map. It's not great.
Earth Magic on Solmir makes this, much more of an incentive to continue.
So you think about int here? Yes, there's no XP boxes. How is he going to finish leveling the Solmir now? I don't see any Pandora boxes he could take for finishing Solmir. Where's he going to level him up?
Isn't it better to main Terexor or Neela over Solmir? It depends. Depends on your playstyle, depends on the break. Sometimes Solmir's Chain Lightning can really help you. Like if you're dealing with something like Power Liches, for example, his Chain Lightning can really help you with that. But Terexor would have an advantage there too because of his tactics. So I would say it probably depends on your playstyle, whether you prefer mages over might heroes or vice versa. I personally probably prefer mages to might heroes in a lot of cases, so I would lean towards maining Solmir. But if you have a break like dragons, like black dragons, then probably I would lean towards Neela, the armor specialist.
Looking at this map, I think Solmir is the best choice so far. He has a very interesting box down there actually behind monks, which is probably one of the best guards Solmir can get. They are slow and have little HP. so you can start on them with chain lightnings. Like Tyrexa, for example, would bleed a lot of army there. And Stormer also got Earth Magic. Okay, they
so
play
he does
this.
plus. All right, let's check out what was going on Twaryna's side.
Ooh, 8 heroes.
And he sees an observer tower, so Hive, XP shop, pick it.
Hey there, A3, no. I'm from Germany.
I just hope this game is long and full of terrorists. Thank you, boys, for casting it. You make a nice pair. Well, thank you, Alex. I'm glad you appreciate it. We're happy that people appreciate this content. A freed break, but it's not the upgraded kind. Should not be too difficult.
Yeah, that's a big difference between the freed and the previous Sultans.
Exactly.
Even though I think nerfed Sultans are like they are a fine break with the new AI value because you just don't get a large amount, especially for Necro spamming animate. Like the biggest problem with Sultans always was that even if you take the fight well, you bleed a lot of army just to the fire shield.
Unless you have, you know, it's a Cyclop power stack with tactics and mass slow or something like that, then you know.
Even then, it's problematic because slow to freed Sultans
still
outspeed the Cyclops.
7, right?
Yeah, but I think Twaryna likes this map too. You see a bunch of Necro heroes, you see a close break. Skeleton amount seems nice too.
The biggest problem here is that he probably I don't see spell power or knowledge for him yet.
Oh, you forgot the amplifier. Yeah, that's a mistake I like doing myself too. He has some level 4 shrine, he has a hive, a box, a picket. I mean, it's not great to be honest.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure what. I guess you try to start from the XP shops and or try to take one of them if it's doable. If it's like a size 1 or 2. Okay, size 1, yeah. So he can do that, and then perhaps take the hive with the giant, and then try to take the other XP shop.
One giant in a hive seems mildly questionable.
True.
Like that's the problem. Like one angel gets a lot of stuff done, one giant doesn't. The giant doesn't give you first speed in
And you know what? You know what's interesting? He does have Giselle, and he knows he's playing against Solmir, right? So that could lean you towards actually maining Giselle.
Well, if he wouldn't main her early on anyways, he would give her a box in the desert to have her like a late game main. Problem with Giselle is she doesn't give you any early game tempo. Like early game she does literally nothing.
Yeah.
Which is why people often don't play on mirrors even. It's cool and all, but as I said, initial tempo is non-existent.
Yeah, but she does give you an out. She does give you a late game out. So if things don't go well for him, that could mean that we will see a longer game.
Mr. Ista, it depends on the Necro hero. Someone like Widow you would always want to have as a side hero, farming stuff, getting some XP on her to get you more skeletons. If you have like some trashy Necro hero, let's say we have...
he's actually doing this on Vidamina. Interesting.
If you have like Nimbus, who cares? Like you don't level Nimbus for more skeletons. You do some side fights if you have to take it.
Yeah, and what you guys have to remember in Hoda, Necromancy has been nerfed, so it's actually not that amazing unless you're using, somebody like Vidamina or Isra, the Necro specialists. Other than that, like when I play as Necro, and this could be due to, in part, due to my inexperience, but I don't necessarily have a lot of other Necro heroes besides Galthran unless it's Isra or Vidamina. So.
I mean, you can use other Necro heroes, but as I said, for me it has to be someone decent. Like you don't want Xi or Nimbus who literally do nothing. If it's like Clavius who at least brings offense, or you have like Aislinn, they are still fine. They can farm properly.
Usually, as far as getting skeletons from the map goes, you kind of depend more on things like prisons, cursed temples. That usually gets you a lot more skeletons than necroing.
I mean, it depends. Like you can necro a lot out of objects, right? If you have your, let's say 1 to 5 stack of skeletons with like 250 skeletons, and you send your claviers with offense into a consa where you don't want to send girlfriend, it can give you a big plus of skeletons. Which is why you want someone decent to be your necro support, like your Vokial. No one cares about Vokial. He doesn't bring anything. He probably bleeds you more skeleton than he gates you.
Alright, so actually Bistro just responded that he would be open to casting as well, so we might actually have Bistro here eventually, if the schedules line up.
Ah, my favorite roadblock.
Tab GG. But he does see a Cyclop Tunic, which is great. You know, he was missing the spell power.
Plus 4 SP is great. Does he have heads though? Like, I feel heads are more important than chest pieces.
I mean, they're both important, right? You can't really have one without the other.
I mean, in my opinion, it's better to cast 5 weak animates than 1 good one.
Perhaps, perhaps.
It's also with the thing that you gain more knowledge out of heads than you gain spell power out of chest pieces.
Max Crypt here.
That's cool. The giant will help prevent bleeding, I guess, because he can tank the first vampire hit. Oh, yeah. Will he move from a side though? Not even sure. He could. Okay, this is what I would present to you, like, just tank. It causes a problem though, he now has to keep the vampire alive. Otherwise the whites go before the skeleton. That's what I also say, he has to keep the vampire alive, otherwise the whites go before the skeletons.
Yeah, and this is why I was saying that you want to have a good amount of skeletons to actually one-shot the vampires.
No, you don't want to one-shot the vampires. You want to keep the vampire alive.
No, I mean if you didn't have the giant, if you only had skeletons, right?
Then you want to one-shot it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mediv Silver, hello, but try to keep the chat in English, please. This is an English cast, and yeah, we try to keep both the comments and the chat in English.
Okay, so what's his plan here? Like, I don't think the picket is a good idea. Like,
No.
pickets on this army composition, they bleed him more than
Dwarven Treasury into the other XP shop looks like what he's thinking about.
But now, yes. So what do you say? Let's have a look at MoM. I think Twaryna has made his plans. They are going to be very, well, straightforward.
Alright, so we've got some genies. I suppose he took the lamp from the energy elementals, right? Or maybe the golems. The golems are actually an easier fight because those energy elementals were guarding a lot of stuff. No, it was the energy elementals. Okay. He did have a lookout tower that revealed more stuff. Sandals of the Saints guarded by Chaos Hydras there. The worst relic you can get from the Angelic Alliance pieces, but...
It's still a decent relic, in my opinion. Like, +2 all is...
True. But could have been a teapot, though. Could have been a teapot.
Could have been a gold bag.
Yeah. Hello, Dresden. Well, you know, if it's a teapot, you don't... Or, I mean, if it's a gold bag, you don't go for it, right? But in this one, you are incentivized to go for it, but...
Especially behind Hydras. Like, I would say Sandals. If the guard is appropriate, you take it. If it's, like, I don't know, Titans, you might consider not doing it.
Hello, Call Me Bobbert. Yeah, thank you for watching, and you're welcome.
Okay, and that was MoM's turn, so he gathered some smaller stuff. He's setting up for the gold golems, which is fine. Like, I think his army of Master Genies should be capable of doing that. It's a very, let's call it mechanic fight. You have just to, they don't morale. You can infinite kite them with Master Genie, so unless terrain screws you over, you can't mess that up.
To be safe, you might want to get that ammo card for it. Alright, so Twaryna ran into a size 3 Dwarven Treasury, which, I mean, is completely fine. It's pretty much what he wants here.
He wants a Maxi, I think. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Maxi would have been fine.
But still, it's not a mini, so that's what I meant.
Yeah, you want a big one. Read.
He does get experience here. He gets some additional skeletons, and after that, he's probably going to go and check the XP shop. Boots gloves are flat or improved with logistics. Now flat, so it's 200 for the gloves and 400 for the boots. They were nerfed as well.
Yeah, it's still pretty strong, especially the boots. Like, you could argue that the gloves are alright now. The boots are still very powerful.
So the donation comment here says, give them hell, everything in the skeleton transformer with no regrets.
Okay, so what do you think? What size of XP shop can you take now?
I mean, size 2 will be doable with some losses. I think size 3 probably not.
Okay, so if he sees 2 free, does he go in?
Not without checking it, I think. Skips tactics. I may have taken tactics here.
I wouldn't have. Tactics, I don't know. I don't like tactics.
But you have leveled both your skills. You're risking getting Eagle Eye versus Ballistics next.
No, you don't. Girlfriend's about to reach level 6, so you always have Wisdom versus something else.
Yeah, I missed that.
Like, you have this mess of the messed up heroes only with the guys that start on one skill, like Tazar or Crackhack. They can have this problem. On everyone else, you always hit the Wisdom. No, China Fighting wouldn't agree. Tactics is kind of average. Like, it's not terrible, but it's not great.
He's a Devil's Side Break. I don't know. I personally like tactics. I guess I may be biased because I learned to play on Shakti, and you know, he always gets tactics, and I always kind of spoiled with that.
Okay, Alex, what would you prefer here? Tactics or offense, logistics, Earth, Wisdom?
Of course, well, not necessarily. Like, Wisdom, I feel like you just have to take just because of Animate. But yeah, of course, you know, choosing between logistics, offense, and Earth Magic, so all of those would go above tactics, yeah.
So I think it's alright here to ignore it. I think it's the right play.
No, true. I was just thinking that, you know, he's risking a bad level up. But yeah, I forgot that he was about to be level 6.
The nymphs don't want the giant. Did he mess up? No, he had a wait on, okay. Oh, so he wants to necro in the crypt. He's checking if he can do it. He can... For win conditions on the upper side of the screen, say it as the main channel. Yes, Alex, why don't you?
What?
Nico the sound guy is asking, sorry, one question, why don't we have the icons for win conditions on the upper side of the screen? Same as
yeah,
like
unfortunately, we tried to make it work, but for whatever reason my computer wouldn't open the program. It may be because I don't have Java installed or something like that. I couldn't figure it out. I'll try to figure it out for the next stream, but yeah, I just couldn't open it, unfortunately.
Wait, is he setting up the fight? No way. Why is he setting up his army? There's no way he goes in here.
What was the size?
Maxi.
Oh, it was a maxi. Well,
I would understand going into 2-3. 3 might be doable, but maxi I don't see him doing. No offense to
So at this point, he's probably gonna, what, poor man Galthran?
Arguably the right call. On the Centaur, just get out of here.
Not quite sure what else he's going to do, but... What do you think? Should we check out Master of Mind, or should we try?
Yeah, I think so. Like, okay. I don't see Twaryna doing anything spectacular this time anymore.
Well, not right now. I gotta refresh this stream, apparently. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. I refreshed Twaryna. My bad, guys. I'm a noob caster here. It's my first time. Don't hate me. Sorry.
Full hate for Alex. Go chat.
Sorry. Yeah, I gotta do this. Happens from time to time. All right.
I don't see a lot of pluses on Solmir. Does that imply Solmir is not the main guy here, or is his turn done by now? Oh, he already moved, okay.
He did that, looks like he was Chain Lightning on those Lizard Men with Solmir. Let's open that prison.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Minus Toganesh. He lost the game right now. Sorry for the spoiler.
Thanks, China. I'm glad you like our casting. Barlifter, I'm not sure. It was a bat file, I think, and it told me that I didn't have I don't know, something about Java, like some DDL crap. You know, I'm not technical enough to understand what the hell was wrong.
Okay, I'm kind of confused now. Is he going to have Solmir rest in the town and doesn't need his movement points, or why did Solmir drag out the army out of the snow instead of the guy with pathfinding? I guess he's just going to region mana here.
You're welcome, Frexen. Thank you for tuning in. Ansbit says, a game-breaking exploit. You can check where quicksand is with firewall or force field. Do you often really see quicksand being used in a PvP situation? I don't think I've ever seen it used.
You only see it used as a meme, honestly. Like if you really have nothing else to cast, for whatever reason.
Can you guys hear the music, by the way? Is it okay? Hopefully not too loud.
Nice helm and sword? What is he talking about? I don't see helms and swords. I see a nice shield. Oh, behind liches. Liches shouldn't be a problem for Solmir most of the time. Maybe he's regioning mana exactly for that. And this one, okay, Intius is going for the gold golems. That's cool.
Okay, awesome. Alright, so we'll keep it at this volume.
Oh, he's sending Kasmet. Does he have a Bless Scroll? Otherwise, I don't see why he would do that.
Yeah, slightly questionable positioning for Solmir, and this, you know, I would have.
I think he has a fight up there which he wants to take with Solmir, like the liches that Smite talked about.
Okay. Well, yeah. If he was planning to replenish his mana, did he build Mage Guild in?
Yeah, he built Mage Guild there.
Okay. So yeah, if he was planning to do that, then it makes sense. Okay, there's that.
Okay, this is an easy fight. I don't like that he didn't move a genie ahead because now, yeah, this happens, and kiting becomes more difficult. All right, if you have this might on your gremlins with those buffs, all right, sure, just one shot them with luck. Yes, Smite Bless is insane on gremlins. It doubles their damage because you get the advanced Bless, which makes them damage go from 1 to 2 to 3. Arguably the strongest damage increasing card, even over Frenzy, because, well, Frenzy requires you to have defense to begin with.
By the way, if your defense is buffed and then you cast Frenzy,
For example, by Stone Skin, you mean?
Yeah, something like that. Does it add the buffed defense or just the base?
I am actually not sure. I think it does not, but I could be mistaken.
I would assume that it doesn't, but yeah, I just thought about that. I wasn't sure. Okay, let's go back to Twaryna for just a second. Right.
Yeah, I think MoM's turn is kind of done, unless he somehow tries to go for the Chaos Hydras.
Solmir, you mean it adds the base or the buffed defense?
I mean, I know that artifacts are included, but I'm not sure about other spells. Some zombie fight. Well, this seems pretty simple. You just have to tank on the giants close to the skeletons and get the skeletons into... Oh well, the giants cleared out alone.
Buffed? Interesting. So he was opening a prison. Prisons are always nice. It would be great to see somebody like Ignatus in that prison.
With Rayton. Honestly, I think in this situation you would like to see a Conflux hero because all your heroes are sped up in random ass whites and whatnot. You would want some of those pixies. But that might just be me and my desire to have fast heroes.
Cassiopeia, how about that?
He has a lot of prisons actually. He can make a really strong skeleton stack here.
Mm-hmm.
So who is it going to be? So stop building up suspension, just open it.
Right.
Not what you want to see.
The chicken guy, Morgan Freeman.
This is not what you want to see. Like, you don't open a prison for 20 skeletons.
You hate castle heroes as Necro.
Understandable. I think only the tier 2 specialists are worse. Probably Derek is better most of the time than a castle hero even.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, someone like Corbeck I wouldn't even mind because you get snakes for everyone. Okay, he hastes. Oh, that's a decent move. He's luring away the centaur by hasting up the skeleton.
Honestly, even as castle, you don't like seeing Edric since he doesn't give you additional archers.
Yeah, it's very rare that you don't mind Edric. Like, I had games where, and I have seen games too, where you have like Crackhackers main and you have like Griffin dwellings and stuff like that, and then it's fine to not go for marksman, but you go for the melee stacks. The Griffins are actually really strong tier 3 units. They're just kind of few. And it's obviously harder to use them than
I mean,
marksman.
look at him. Does he not look like Morgan Freeman? It's I mean, I feel like Morgan Freeman modeled for the portrait. Put a chainmail on his head and you can't tell the difference.
Twaryna's doing really nice in gold though. Like, his map is very rich gold-wise.
He's doing pretty decent in terms of skeletons now as well.
Yeah, 200, and then he can sacrifice some. I mean, 200 by 113 is, I would say, not good, not great, pretty much.
I mean, I actually feel like with this map, like he didn't have the greatest start in terms of skeletons, and he was able to do decently well.
Well, he has a bunch of necro heroes. It's what we talk about right now, right?
Obviously.
If every side hero that takes fights gives you skeletons, you will notice a difference.
Can they do taupes? What do you mean? Can they do taupes? Can who do taupes?
I mean, with Mage Guild 3 and a nice amount of skeletons, he can. But to do a taupe, he needs a taupe.
Okay, this turn was over. I think next turn is the last turn of simultaneous turns. And actually, wait, I forgot to do this again. We can see the other player in the top left here. Oh,
so
Centaur Captains? Centaur Captains doing taupes? Okay. Well, to be fair, no tier 1 unit can do taupes. You know, skeletons can do it only because of animate. Or, you know, unless you have a million of them.
I guess
well, resurrect, I suppose.
And some setup sprites could do something in the taupe with force fields. It's very creative. But yes, usually you don't want to do taupes on tier 1 units, and Twaryna messed up this fight really badly. Like, his position is awful. His skeletons will get hit here. Actually, no, I think he managed to get out of his mess that he caused himself. Yeah, the giant is carrying this, okay.
Yeah, you should have certainly put the skeletons in slot 1.
Is the giant this hurt already that he has to fall back? Oh no, he isn't. Like, the giant can easily solo this. Yeah, that's a video for you, plus 11 already again.
Another prison here. I'm not sure how many orcs, but probably the one giant can do it. He can just split them off there.
Orcs are dangerous for giants.
Hey, if there's 1019 or 2049, it should be fine.
2049 even kill an angel, by the way.
Well, if there is a high roll, obviously, but 20 should be fine.
20 is fine, yeah, but I'm pretty sure that 40 kill an angel from experience. I can tell that. I lost angels to that.
Alright, so just more farming here. Let's see what Master of Mind doing. Okay, so he went for
starts
the
on
hive.
the hive. Honestly, I start not liking MoM's map here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it's the small object again. Like, his start looked good, and then he kind of didn't find anything else. So many Solmer seems to be paying off here, because if he can break, it's on a caster with that army.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he has genies to buff, but now he needs a power stack that he can buff.
And I don't think you can have 6 Vibrants as a power stack. That doesn't work. You might build up to Nagas.
Oh, Rust Dragon's Break. Not the greatest for tower.
It's fine. I think there's a lot of breaks to be worse.
True, but but the fact that they outspeed you and you can't really, like, if you have a genie power stack, for example, they're actually,
they outspeed everyone unless you're like Tower of Archangels. They outspeed pretty much everyone. And I'll be honest, like, Rust Dragons kind of suck. They're good if you have like one power stack and that's it. But once you start having diverse decks, they're kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm. But imagine, having a Cyclop power stack without tactics, right? There are many breaks that you would rather face instead of Rust Dragons.
And there's many you would not want to face either. Like,
true.
I think most flying units then still are worse. Monarchs, even Haspits are worse. Archangels, Archdevils, Devils. Like, there's so many things that are worse.
Yeah.
But this looks like something where he has to break mostly on magic, unless the cons is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him having an army here. Like, he could go for a Naga stack in Break Week 2, but I don't think that's what you want to do on this level of gameplay.
Yeah. Plus, from one Naga dwelling?
No, he has 2 Naga dwellings,
two?
get one himself.
I missed the second one.
That's not how you want to break.
Mm-hmm.
Against Red Necro. Oh, he has a picket up there too. It's still very...
Yeah, he's got, what, 2 hives, 1 picket, 1 Naga dwelling, or 2 Naga dwellings, 1 cons. Doesn't seem like there's any one clear power stack, which is always annoying.
Okay, so what is his play? He built a second Mage Guild. Is he going for a Mage Guild build here?
Okay, so it looks like Solmir might do those Liches now with that Chain Lightning. We get additional spell power on the way. Might check that Nyx scroll, that could be something good.
Agreed. Nyx look promising, it should be like tier 4, tier 5 here. Probably tier 5. I remember having on Jebus, what was it, like 50 hobgoblins guarding an armor scroll. So...
Did he skip the plus SP?
I think he took it already.
Oh. Bring in the Wyvern for minus movement.
And Split, I'll have to disagree with you. Sprites get destroyed by Lizard Warriors if it's about equal AI value. Sorry for the spoiler. Sprites have a very high AI value actually, and there's a lot of units that have very, let's call, unbalanced AI value for their strength.
Alright, he's gonna lose some gremlins in this fight. That shouldn't be too bad.
Actually, they might shoot the golems here, which for the double hits, but I'm not sure about that. Because he has all... Oh, okay, he moves his power stacks apart, so they won't. Losing gremlins here, I don't know, whatever. Gremlins won't be important for the break or anything. Magic arrow, okay, this looks fine. Lost some more gremlins. His big stats though, like he has a lot of knowledge, he has a lot of...
So does he go for the
okay,
pickets,
it's
though?
actually 2 pickets. Oh.
Oh, there was also a sword there. Okay, that's what he was talking about. So yeah, it's hidden behind mountains there. hard to see. I didn't see it first. Necro sword.
Average Earth Magic leveling up last.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess Somm's mana is really high at this point. Somm is looking very beefy right now, stat-wise. Especially if at that head he'll have like 200 mana. Yeah, look at this. If he builds Resurrect, he can easily break this. So I would assume his play is to get the 2 towers on Sommer and then get out. They should give him XP. Or he will take 1 on... Oh, he wants to pause onto the Medusnik. Okay. Oh damn, we missed Twaryna's Mage Guild, didn't we? Oh no, okay, I am very sure he's animate now. Because he's going for this maxi shop.
Right.
I doubt he would be doing that without.
Probably wants to get that Cyclop tunic before he does that.
Agreed. Well, the skeleton stick looks fine. He might even up them.
Yeah, close to 250 of them.
Okay, what is the army doing? He might... I assume he will chain out to Widow, who should be around the tunic, right?
Okay, I believe Sims are now done, so we can turn this off.
Yeah, I think Widow is going for the tunic, which will give him another bunch of skeletons if Widow doesn't do anything. It's actually not an easy fight if he doesn't have mana on Widow. Oh, he wants even to farm this on Shana, that's kind of cool. Might be kind of ambitious though, chain-wise. Not sure if he can manage that chain, because Widow's decently far away from Chana.
What is he trying to farm there? Just the...
He wants to kill the centaurs and open up the chest. And he, I think, redecided because
I just
he
noticed that
realized
he has 20k gold. That's ridiculous. I guess he farmed a lot of crypts, right?
Yeah, he farmed a lot of crypts and got a lot of skeletons out of that. Simply Widow farming crypts is amazing here. He has 6 mana, right? So he should have 1 haste, which makes the fight a lot easier. Without haste, this fight is actually decently scary.
Yep. Let's see how he kites them apart. I think he should have moved the white far ahead, but he probably is afraid of morals from the Ogre Magi. Yeah, plus the Ogre Magi can be a little bit unpredictable with their movement because of the cast that they have. So instead of moving, sometimes there it is.
Okay, no, he opened up the way to the white, so they okay, and now it gets a bit messy because his kiting unit is dead. But yes,
should haste now.
No, he should haste this turn. Like if he hasted when you... Oh, I think we might have a little delay here because I was watching at the actual MS2 Studio stream, not yours. Oh, actually this is good. He... Okay. Actually he might haste now, this turn, because, yeah. Now I would haste. Really, he doesn't. Okay, he does, good. You now sacrifice 2 1 stacks, run away with the big stack, and you're fine. He might be wanting to wait as well and hoping that, okay, he now hopes the 6 don't hit him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what happened to the 6 stack? Did they just not move?
Oh, they already moved, it seems. Okay, then I wasn't paying full attention. Now he has to get out, though. If he stays, the ogres will 1% hit the... Oh, okay.
Yeah, that happens.
I mean, this was nicely played by him, but sometimes it happens. Okay, he has the tunic.
2 units, 2 morales. Your average, what, less than 1% chance?
I mean, I've seen worse. I've had worse. We all have.
Somebody told me, I think it was Beastmaster, that he had 7 stacks, morale 7 times.
That's rough. The worst I had was 4 stacks, turn 1 moraling. Like, I tried to poorman the Luna into Minotaur Kings, had 4 1 stacks, and all of them morale.
Well, not all of them, but 4 out of 7 morale. So what will he build? Will he up skeletons? I think upping skeletons is a good play here, because you have the speed advantage in the thing then. Oh, he had no transformer, I see, okay. That helps more then.
Do you mean for the speed advantage on side heroes?
No, for the speed advantage in the XP shop on Girlfriend,
okay,
so you have speed 7.
Mm-hmm.
But he has no transformer and Girlfriend has haste, so it's fine. Oh, he poormans Chana, so she can farm some extra stuff. I like it. What will Chana farm though?
I once beat my opponent in final battle where he missed his entire turn with 5 missed morales. Well, sometimes you win because of that. I've certainly lost because of bad morale before.
Yeah, I think most have done that too. It's just the game we play. It has a lot of RNG in it. Whatever template you play, whatever map you play, however you play, sometimes it just happens.
Can certainly be tilting though when you lose because of that.
Oh yeah, it can. I like to look at the game and think that often it's my fault, and I try to look at where it was my fault. But sometimes I don't see it. Sometimes it's just that the game didn't want me to have a chance here.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, especially on Jebus Cross, especially on a template, that's where a lot is going to depend on the quality of your biome.
True as well. I think one of the maddest things I've seen was on a mirror template where, like, the player with the far superior army and far superior stats and everything just lost because of morals, luck procs, and I think unicorn resist auras. Like, even on mirror template, stuff like that can happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he has to cast haste now, or this gets a bit messy. But I could be wrong.
Does he have bloodlust?
I'm not sure if he does. Thing is,
haste with no air magic, then he only has 1 animate, so I don't think he does that because he doesn't have earth magic. I think he wants to save 2 animates.
I'm not sure what gets him out with less losses here, a haste or the animates, because he will have to tank in a corner otherwise. Yeah, now comes the problem if you don't have haste. The stacks start piling up on you. Okay, so this one... Okay, actually this is nice. This one doesn't reach, then he goes first next turn, gets to the left one. It's actually not bad. He gets to the 20.
So he does have bloodlust, yeah. So bloodlust is the cast.
No, this one gets closer, now he... okay, this is... not nice. Especially because the 7 will take off retail.
You could go back in the corner. Only get hit by the 7 and the 20. Just
but
2
you
stacks.
don't hit first turn that way.
That's true.
You deal less damage. He now hits this one, he walks away. If he hits that one, then the 7 takes off retail, the 7 dies, and 3 20s hit him. Well, a 20 and let's say a 8 or 7 hit him. He goes there, okay. I mean, it's the same. Animate is 52, alright.
It should be fine here. Shouldn't really lose anything.
I think you will lose skeletons. The question is how many.
I don't think so. 1 more animate, about 50 skeletons, so hit
well,
here.
yeah, actually the armor of Girlfriend is really coming in handy here.
Yep.
Okay,
just the 1 stacks, easy +4 giants. Air magic, do you take
no,
it? I think so.
He has to. I think.
Plus 20 skeletons, plus 4 giants. Not a bad result. Minus mana, but
He will pull one out again, I think.
there is a well. There is a well right next to him. He doesn't have enough moves to poor man. And the crypt is he doesn't have anywhere to poor man. The crypt is done.
Oh, he's.
But there is a
Is
well.
it? I think he wants to point to the crypt, doesn't he?
I think he did that crypt.
That would have been silly. Like, he knew his play was to go for this.
He did it
structure.
before. Remember when Galthran was checking it first? So he did the crypt.
No, I think girlfriend poormaned into the crypt on the.
No. He
Oh,
poor manned in the XP shop because it was a size 4. Remember?
True. Well, then it's honestly a misplay by Twaryna, in my opinion, not leaving the crypt as poormans after this.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he was here, he knew he couldn't take a size 3. Maybe that's something you have to think ahead for a lot.
Yeah.
Well, there's really no good poormans here, except for that one crypt to the left. Like, you can't safely poormans into dogs, you can't poorman into the airs. In the air, well, actually with 2 skeletons you can poormans into the airs, that's fine too.
Maybe he goes for the well and tries to find a poor man next to the well, and then move
option
Galthran out
too.
for the break. But looks like he doesn't see one. Okay, there's the water
It's
elementals. Does that even save him any movement?
Thing what elementals is actually he can pourman into the waters. Yes.
Why does he have to take air magic? Well, because at least it's some help. It helps him with haste. Expert haste is good, or even advanced haste is pretty good.
Why does he have to take air magic? What remover I can try to explain. It's because you have only guaranteed magic every 4 level ups on warriors, and if he doesn't take air now, it's very unlikely that he will be offered any magic before he has to fill the next slot. So the chances of getting Earth are close to 0 at this point, which is what you would want over air. Not to mention, air is actually decently powerful on Necro because it makes skeletons into a viable stack. And with expert air, your skeletons outspeed a Freezy. That's another thing too.
Yeah, and actually, when you do take air, that means that you will have a better chance of getting Earth because you already took a skill. But actually, does the guaranteed level up include the skills that you already have? So, like, if you were offered air magic,
He has to finish up air before he will not be having air as guaranteed school of magic.
Okay, I see. So so after he finishes air, then but he could still get offered another school of magic before he finishes it, right?
Yeah, he could be. It's just not very likely. As I said, warriors depend a lot on the guaranteed magic level up to get magic.
Right. Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, he's taking the next scroll. Okay, what are your bets, chat? I say it's implosion.
Give me your best chat, Papashki, and
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice. Magic mirror, okay. Chat is not being on these. Smite, it can't be DD here, I think. The DD is relic tier of value.
Well, looks like we'll have to wait to see the result.
Come on, MoM. You can't let us hang you. What are you doing, MoM? We want to see the scroll.
don't
yes,
care
it
about
can't
your
be
movement
DD,
management.
fly, or TP. Control scrolls, which is those 3. And I guess Water Walk would be in there if there was water on the map. Have the same value as a relic. Is Sacrifice the worst tier 5? I think no. I would argue Magic Mirror is the worst tier 5. Like, I have casted Sacrifice before, even with some, let's say, with some result. Magic Mirror seems... Why would you cast it? Magic Mirror always seems like a wasted cast. Sacrifice can be cool if you don't have res.
Yeah, only in a situation where you really don't have anything better, you might try to go for that anti-magic for the chance.
No,
it has affected me before
Yeah, but let's be honest, Magic Mirror usually only affects you if it's either Fairy Dragons with their passive one, or it's Master Genies buffing it. You won't see a player actively casting come on, just compare anti-magic to Magic Mirror, right? Anti-magic simply says, no opponent, you cannot do this. Magic Mirror is like, yeah, opponent, you can try. It gives the opponent still the option to try and risk. But obvious that anti-magic is the stronger one there.
Sure. Isn't Magic Mirror okay if you don't have anti-magic? Well, the point is that there are usually much more useful casts. Yeah. Like, you would much rather cast something like Implosion or even Chain Lightning yourself rather than, have the chance.
You'd rather cast Shield or Stone Skin, Bloodlust, Bless, Cure, whatever. Let's be real. Fun fact, Void Remover, the Master Genie anti-magic sucks because it's only advanced, so you can still implode those Master Gremlins. And they can still be magic mirrored, which is why you still have one cast left. Like, if the Master Genies cast anti-magic on your Master Genies, or on your Master Gremlins or whatever, the next cast is always anti-magic, and that's the last cast you can get. Void Remover, you can buff them with Magic Mirror now. Because you have your 5 spell left. Man, this army is looking sad. Solmer will to hard carry the break on his spells right now. So he's setting up Somia for the performance into the Medusa thing, I guess. Then someone else will take the second picket. He really wants that Earth level up.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Medusa stores are scary, I'm telling you. Like, I've had my experience where I went in with 2 angels and spells into one, and I've lost one simply to mass stones, and the Medusa's outplaying me. And there was even a clip, I think some know it. And then I've seen like a game, or a clip of a game, where Hex, like one of the top players, goes into a Medusa store with 6 giants and loses 3. Simply because they kept stoning him.
Alex Kent casts 34 XP Soulmere Expert Air and Orb Chain Lightning on a neutral horde of genies. And that's funny. That's funny. And they Magic Mirror and you get Magic Mirror. Wow. You don't see
that's
that
why you don't
day.
cast on random AI stuff. Like, you don't cast Implosions on Fairy Dragons. You don't cast stuff on magic resisting genies. Like, let's be real, if you know it can go wrong against AI, it will go wrong.
Or you do it for the memes, right? I mean, look at the positive emotion that Haze clip has brought.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I'm thinking he didn't do it for the memes. It just resulted in memes.
Or that Togenesh clip. Well, that one is not a cast, obviously, but still.
Well, it was a lot of casts, let's be real. One of my favorites, ну капец, блин, уже есть. One has to love Togenesh. Okay, so what is he doing now? He took off the grams, he's taking meat. What is he going for? Does he have hives left? I don't think I can follow what his plan here is. Okay, he left the genie for Solmer, obviously. Oh, he's sending his army top left.
Sure.
Okay, so he's pummeling out Solmer every time. Like, he left the master genie for him. He brings his army to the top right. Oh, he wants the town and the picket, I see. Okay, sure. So he wants to chain that picket now and chain the other one later, I guess? Don't know why he didn't hit. Was he afraid that the centaurs might kill one? So, like, we made our predictions early on. What do you think? Who's in a better position right now?
Twaryna definitely, just because Master of Mind doesn't, just has quite an awkward army right now, and
well, he will get 2 pickets and 1 more hive.
Yeah, but again, as we were talking about, he doesn't have tactics on Solmir, right? So those Cyclops are not that great against the break.
I mean, he does need the Cyclops to actually deal damage. He just needs something to tank while he kills on casts.
Yeah, the hive and the picket here are certainly nice. Spirit of Oppression down there too, that's not bad. And a box guarded by liches. I'm trying to find that Togenash clip so that you guys in chat, whoever hasn't seen, will know what we were talking about. I think I have it on my Facebook somewhere.
Have you found it? Otherwise, I have it ready.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, then you post it.
Yeah, so this is what we were talking about the Togenash clip. You guys can check that out and have a laugh. If you're asking on who's winning, Alex Kent says, if you're asking on who's winning, it's definitely me. I have my beer and am chilling. Well, sounds like a win to me.
Oh yeah, who's winning? Chat is winning, because chat has something to watch. Chat is entertainment. The one thing MoM has going for him, his Solmir is amazing. Like, he has 200 mana, all the good stuff. And I think we should switch to Twaryna right now.
Oh yeah,
sorry. Is over.
And Twaryna still does not have Earth Magic on anybody, right?
I mean, he does not necessarily need it. He
True.
has a bunch of skeletons that animate.
So yeah, as we were saying, looks like he is replenishing mana here and poor manning his Galthran on the water elementals.
I mean, that's doable, I guess. Please don't poor man immediately, at least check out what they're guarding Twaryna. And before it's like a con, see poor man's and then has to come back.
Yeah, Void Remover, that was back in Shadow of Death days. Right now, that would be impossible. I don't think you can have 7 fairy dragons, and they cannot be blocking you. Oh, by the way, though, Crack, remember when you mentioned that you cannot have a relic guard on road in the center?
Did I mention that? I
think you said something like that. I think you said something like that because
I think you can have a relic guard, but I think you still have like a value limit.
Yeah.
So you can't have like
you certainly can, because I saved a screenshot just for you. I remember you said that though when I was complaining about that Mikig game when he, with Luna he had like no army and he was still able to win and get through the center. I was like, well, all you need is this, blocking the road. And you said, well, I don't think there can be a relic guard on the road. There definitely can.
Okay, no. I mean, relic guard is not too surprising, but as I said, there's a limit of value.
Yeah.
So you can't have like your 15 archangels there. But it's possible that the Jebus Desert is considered strong enough of a zone that you can have like 30k on the road or 20k. Yeah, good old sod roads though, like where you had sometimes to break 3 breaks to get into your desert, and one of them was Fairy Dragons, and it was like 10. Had chances, you had chances, really.
How do you even do that? 10 Fairy Dragons sound pretty
Anti-magic, resurrect,
right.
pain, tears.
The haste clip of 5 consecutive Angel Morales in Pog? Oh, I think I remember that one. I don't have that though.
Yeah, that was... I mean, on one hand, one can say that Hayes played that fight really badly, but then RNG decided to punish him super badly, like his initial positioning was bad, and then he got screwed over so badly by Morales as well, that the fight that on the first hand doesn't seem losable.
Oh, Vidamina does have Earth Magic.
Ooh, this is your average Vidamina though, like...
Yeah, Necromancers do have a 50% chance.
So he's going for the Medusas on Shana, really. Okay.
Could be a lot of Medusas though. Scroll, box, and churchyard.
Yeah, there's
and
a lot of value.
2 shrine.
There's really a lot of value. I'm not sure if I like that play. I mean, the Domina for those Medusas seems alright. Oh, I mean, Shana has tactics though. But this one is dangerous.
Oh, he's doing just giants. Okay.
If that's 2049, he can lose a lot of stuff here. Like, he has no stats. Medusas are very powerful, actually.
And giants are trash anyway.
Yeah, there we go. This is going to be painful. Oh god, Twaryna, what did you do? Twaryna, what did you do? I think this is like -2 giants, or -1 at least. -1 if you place this really nicely. But I think this is -2, probably. No boy, Twaryna. I mean, you said it right now. The 300-400 Ida Papashka knew this is a bad fight. Twaryna did not.
And he should have actually also placed the giants closer because he could have hasted.
No, that's not an option. If you go in with 1 giant, the giant dies.
Okay, I suppose.
Like, if 1 giant goes in, all of the Medusas fall. Like, the things with Medusas, it doesn't even matter if you block them.
That's true.
They have no melee penalty,
Yeah.
and they start stoning. Oh god, this fight is pain. I think he has to hit... I would have hit the second one, but that one is fine too.
You gotta watch out for those stoners, man. They'll eat your food and steal your lighters.
Okay, the centaurs can fully block in the top Medusa. That makes it so that she cannot hit the giant.
Empty
That's
box
what he
and
does.
Slayer Scroll.
I mean, he shouldn't expect some good loot here. As I said, it's a lot of stuff. It's really a lot of stuff.
Well, either way, the giants are, obviously it's not a loss that you want, but it's, it's not like the giants are your power stack that you're relying on at this point.
It's not like losing angels, let's put it that way. He has been getting decently lucky with stones here. He hasn't been...
So he actually only lost 1 giant, probably the best result he could have hoped for.
Yeah, I don't see how you would do this with losing none. The box is probably not going to be great, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yes,
maybe
he does the churchyard. Oh, okay, just 5k.
Yeah, that's not what Twaryna needed right now.
He did get a good scroll.
Yeah, can't say that he didn't.
So does he at this point think of maining Vidamina now? Since she has Earth Magic, and she can potentially be useful.
Honestly, I would not. I think whenever I see people maining like Sand over Gelfrin, or like, say Widow over Sand, I don't like it. People tend to underestimate the strength of the skeleton specialty plus armor.
Yeah, it's true, Earth Elemental Scroll Void Remover.
Yeah, Earth Elementals, it could be great if you... Like, he has good stats, right? So he can maybe take... But once again, like, he could take a total of Elementals, but why would he if he can just take on Animates?
True, true. Well, regardless, the scroll will come in handy. Hopefully. Hopefully Galthran rolls Earth Magic eventually.
There's chances. What's he going for next, though?
Yeah, Smite, that's the point, you know, you're usually doing topes on animate anyway, so...
I mean, I see one situation where it could be good for final battle. Like, let's say the like MoM, he gets a Ring of Oblivion. Against Necri would always wear the Ring of Oblivion, so you can't rely on animate. Then the Earth Elementals could come in handy. Besides that, I don't see much use.
True, true.
Okay, the demons. Okay, thing is, I don't like going for the picket here. Unless, like, Fokial has no animates. He will lose skeletons because he doesn't have first speed. And the Cyclops have questionable use, unlike the skeletons.
Just lose the trash giants.
You would say you go in without bringing the skeletons then?
I'm just memeing. No, yeah, certainly you don't necessarily want to do pickets unless you can outspeed them or animate or, you know, do them with no losses.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I actually don't like pickets as an object. They are either not worth it or free. There's no in between. Like, hives always make you pay with meat for the vibrance, unless you really very heavily out-armied it. And pickets are, as I said, either free or you don't take them. Okay, girlfriend gets bought out here. Next time break? Maybe. I mean, he can't reach mana, he should start walking out and he should set somebody up next to the break if he wants to break. He would have to break on 40 mana plus animates plus good stats, I guess. Smite Lord upgraded skeletons give you nothing in the picket. The main problem of the picket is always that first turn the wolves go and you suffer, and then you kill them. It would be exactly the same here. They go first, kill a lot of skeletons, and then you do it. Okay, he set somebody up for the prison? Not sure.
Yeah, I was actually wondering why he didn't open it before, because he did have a hero there.
It's too late by now, though. Like, Jedi would need 2 heroes for the prison. I mean, he has a lot of gold, so in theory, why
so he's
not?
tormenting the Demina.
I mean, if he wants to go for the prison, right, then he has to set up Jedi to reach it, and somebody else next to Jedi to help the prison hero get it out. Not sure how much I like it. Well, it seems that's what he's doing. He will set up Jedi and Gem to get the prison out. No, he buys out Widow first, okay. Oh, he wants to give Widow the Centaur, I guess. Void Remover. Black towers without upgrade dragon are easy for tower. Unless morale's proc, or you have morale, then you would need tactics. You just put the Grams into the corner and put like 1 stacks next to them to protect them. And make sure you don't let the dragon in, and then the unupgraded ones you kill. The upgraded ones get more complicated. You probably don't beat them most of the time, I would assume, unless you have a very high roll of gremlins or some stats. It's not even about Solmir because the Chain Lightning doesn't help you.
I'm confused about what he's trying to do here. Just wait, he's going for the prison? Is he not?
He is. He has 1 hero to reach the prison, probably the Domina, right? and then the prison hero has to get the army out, but he won't reach the town. So he needs the second hero there to receive the army and bring it back to the town. And then
Galthran
he
is
has
what, spending
girlfriend
the
break.
night in the town? Is he just spending the... Yeah, okay, so he just has Galthran in the town. Well, I guess he didn't have much movement left. Okay.
That's what I don't understand, though. I think girlfriend has to leave the town. Like, he's not regening mana, he's not doing anything.
Why do some top players frown upon upgrading gremlins day one? Because some people like to go upgraded gargoyles for the additional speed, and sometimes you also may want to go for the lookout tower to get additional scouting around your town, which can give you a lot of information.
Question ends with, what top players are not going upgraded gremlins day one, though? Like, I haven't seen it in a while, and I think it seems very awkward, unless you have a hike you want to take. That would be the only reason I could see to not go for Master Gremlins day one. Or you maybe just don't need them because you transition into objects immediately. That could be a reasoning too.
I think somebody said Rito goes upgraded gargoyles.
No, Rito is probably one of the people who's like, upgraded gargoyles suck. You have to get gremlins for tempo.
Okay. Well then, whoever said that lies.
I remember a game where he harrowed a map so badly on 6LM against me.
One person
where he just
lies,
didn't
anyway.
meet them. He just went for full smog army into giants, which is...
Okay, so that scroll was air elementals. The guarded, the Nyx guarded scroll, so none of us were right.
Air elementals is cool. They can help actually a lot with...
Solmir has air magic, right? Yeah, I think he does.
No, I think he's Earth.
Only Earth? Okay, yeah, that was the previous game.
It's up in... I mean, you can go without Master Gremlins if you get Picadrum, I guess. That makes sense.
Yeah, well, I personally, when I play Tower, I either go upgraded Gremlins or Lookout Tower. And usually the reason behind Lookout Tower is if I don't see any fights on day one, or if the map is mediocre or seems like it's not that great and I'm thinking about restarting it, then maybe Lookout Tower will lean me one way or the other. Because sometimes I have gotten lookouts that revealed like 4 maps around my town that I didn't see previously, so that leaned me towards actually keeping the map.
Yep, that's where I would agree on the Lookout Tower. If you look at the map that you have scouted out, and you would be like, okay, I want to restart this. I don't want to play this map. Then why upgrade the Gremlins? Then build the Lookout Tower and consider again if you maybe find something really, really overpowered. And as I said, sometimes on Jebus I can imagine you get maps where you just don't need the Master Gremlins because you can immediately transition into genies. Like, I don't know, you see 2 lamps guarded by dragonflies, you just sacrifice your gremlins, get the lamps and start going. Why up them?
Only virtual money on Master of Mind at this point? Really?
I mean, Solmer looks very powerful. He might take the Consa now. I think he's going for the Consa.
Well, yeah.
Pretty sure he takes
195 mana Solmir.
Yeah, he takes a Maxi, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, with Spit of Oppression he takes a Maxi, unless he fucks up the fight really, really badly.
Does he have Mass Slow at this point? Does he have Expert Earth yet?
Yeah, he has Expert Earth, 200 mana. Yeah, even wins. Okay.
Nice too.
Not what you want to see here. I think you want to see a Maxi, or at least a free.
Yeah, especially since with his spells.
Especially because you have Maslow and minus morals. So this fight literally can't go wrong, unless it's the player's fault.
Just because that Necro play is sub-average in terms of entertainment? Okay, well, I suppose you have a point there. Some people like it, though.
I think Necro sometimes has very entertaining games. This one, I could agree on that. It was, well, the standard Necro game, I guess. You farm skeletons, you break on animate. I can understand that people don't like it. Magic Arrow, okay, just throw Shield Man. Yeah, here's where again I would have said shield is better than the magic arrow. Okay, Cyclops barely alive. Get out. Let somebody get hit by the one stack. Like, this is a very simple fight. What is he thinking about? I think he can even use the Master Genies to kite back the big stack. They would arguably follow the Master Genie if everything else moves away, because the other stuff will be moving too. Come on, don't throw magic arrows. Alright. I mean, he has 200 mana, so it's not that bad, but... not sure if it was necessary to spend mana here. Alright, what I assume now is Solmir starts moving towards the break. He will farm the other two objects on his side heroes.
What about those Sandals of the Saint? Is he gonna have anybody do those?
I think he can get them on the way to Solmir. Like, I think he breaks next turn, and on the way to Solmir, he can probably get them if he sets up a proper chain for it. The problem he has no gold for good chains, I think, to get into positions. So he might already struggle enough with getting the other things done. Another problem I'm seeing with Master of Mind is he has no timer left. He has like 3 minutes before breaking.
This kitchen sink army looks more fun. I honestly get stressed out looking at army like this. I mean, 6 Watchmen, 10 Cyclops, 2 Nagas, 9 Genies, 2 Angels. What? Come on, make up your mind.
No, I think it's correct to grab everything he can. Like he.
Of course, no. I just mean it's annoying, you know, when you have, you know. I would rather just put at least have 2 of them, like 20 Wyvern and 20 Cyclops, you know, something like that.
Yeah, but I said he's not given the option here. And against Rust Dragons, you don't want one power stack. There it's better to have several power stacks.
Smite, I think I'm not sure if he's gonna go for the Naga Dwelling, but I think the other pick
Naga Dwelling seems like a mistake to me.
Yeah, and
He has no
Hive are
gold.
higher priority here.
I said he's super poor. He simply cannot afford it.
Looks like he's going for that prison and the scroll there.
Wasn't that the position towards the what's it called, the Sense of the Saint? He will get them too next turn. That's what you mean. Oh, actually, I like that play. I think he's going to try and chain the Hive behind the air elementals through this prison. But yeah, gold is really breaking him right now. Meanwhile, Twaryna can simply afford to.
Yeah, that could be if he got a better summons, like if he got like an Earth Elemental Summon Scroll instead, could make a case for doing the Utopia on the Earth Elementals. Although delaying the break.
It's lost tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to go break late versus Necro, I feel.
True,
it's
true.
Just...
views air, sees the location of the center town, sees he probably, well, it's going to be close with that additional movement that he has. He may be able to reach it, but it's going to be really close.
You can only judge that to fear at this point.
2,600 moves.
What I'm afraid of is, might he get stuck up there? Like, he takes the prison the scroll, right? And then if there is bad terrain, he gets stuck. Like, this is the problem of Tower. Like, you have this terrain penalty everywhere,
Right.
so you have to consider that into your chains too. It makes chaining more difficult.
Smite, he took the scroll. That was air elementals. Okay.
Okay, time is running out. Yeah, I think this is a bit of an ambitious chain. It could work, like through the prison to the guy on the left through the airs. But it might fall apart because he has no gold.
Are you watching the stream, Crack, or are you watching what?
I'm skipping in between. Sometimes the Discord sharing has a very low quality, and I don't see anything.
The guy yesterday was saying that it may be because you know, OBS is taking a lot of resources and
yeah, understandable. I said whenever I don't see anything on the Discord stream, I switch to
I see.
the other one. So Twaryna is not taking his turn yet. Okay, I'll be AFK for a minute. Be right back.
While we're waiting, guys, I will mention that if anybody in chat does not know, both Crack and I do stream on Twitch in English. So if you guys would like to check us out and follow us, this is my stream and this is Crack's stream. And I personally also have a YouTube channel where I make guides, so you guys can check that out as well. All right, looks like we're back on Twaryna. Didn't quite catch what he was farming here. The sword. Okay, +2/+2. That's gonna be helpful. Could even farm the hive. We're here for you, babe. Thank you? Question mark? Okay, so chaining the army here. Gonna go for that prison. Poor man's Charnin and Nagabank. It's funny that the Necro is the rich town and Tower is struggling. Well, Tower does struggle with money, but... So, over 300 skellies, and is he going to upgrade all of them is the question. I would probably say no, because then you don't have an awkward skeleton stack. Okay, decides to keep the whites as 1 stacks. I don't think so. Wait, what did he do on day 1? Huh, actually don't remember. Yeah, it was not Skeleton Transformer. Don't quite remember what he did on day 1. It may have been upgrading skeletons.
Alright, I have returned. What has happened so far?
Not much. He just picked up a 2/2 sword, and now he's going for the prison.
Okay. Okay, so we can assume those will give a bunch of skeletons here. Should be... come on, Twaryna. This might hurt. Oceans could one-shot the giant if he gets unlucky. Don't do that. Why? Twaryna, why? Like you have to expect that 110 Oceanids within 2 turns kill a giant. Come on. Like, he knows... Come on, Twaryna. This isn't the first time you play this game. Would you have done that?
No, that's, I mean, why? Why even do that?
Like, even if you know they won't morale, you can't expect that you die. I understand that you want to position a unit there, so they... Yeah, but... boy, what a move.
Oh well, skeletons are, or I mean, giants are trash anyway, as I said.
I wouldn't say trash, I would say they are meat. She died.
Synonymous.
Oh boy, I think someone gets banned there. So this is pretty much how he calculates. Yeah, I think so too, Alex. He knows it's boring, so he... Oh boy, come on.
Yeah, and Twaryna has a bit of a reputation for, you know, being, like, getting angry from time to time at his viewers.
I mean, I can understand that. Sometimes viewers can be very triggering.
Mm-hmm.
You probably understand that too.
Oh yeah, I just banned somebody on my last stream.
I rarely ban. I usually just time out people if they
Yeah,
get too annoying.
I usually don't. I think that's actually the first person that I banned. There was one other guy that got banned, but he got banned by one of my mods because he was just an idiot.
Alright. I mean, this skeleton stick at least is looking nice.
Nobody got banned now, Alex. We were just thinking that somebody made a donation to Twaryna, and they were trolling him about the fact that he lost that giant. They said,
Yeah.
"Oh, how good you are at calculating," basically. Because he clearly was trying to calculate the damage done by the Oceanids and thought that he would survive, the giant would survive.
Even though I don't know how he calculated that he would survive. He probably calculated he survives one turn.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he expected the giants to one-shot 110 Oceanids. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't think it through. I mean, let's be real. It's timer, it's pressure, you get distracted. It's an important game. Like, we all do mistakes in those situations. I tend to throw tournament games as well.
Mm-hmm.
At time to time, so happens to everyone. Average Jedi with logistics, okay. Again, not Ignatius. Never lucky.
Yeah, he hasn't
pretty
been
good
too
hero,
lucky
though.
with the prisons, but hey, he does have enough. I mean, what, 350 skeletons on 117? Not too bad.
Yeah. Oh wait, how did he burn this amount of gold? I just realized.
Poor
Didn't he have, like,
manning,
20K?
chaining.
Oh yeah, it seems like he burned around 15k gold for this prison because I recall him like deleting heroes, setting up several heroes. How much of that's worth it, to be honest? Like he loses a lot. Okay, he just gained a +4. It was it was not worth it. He had +2 too, which might be around equal to what he has. Like flail +4, sword +2 too. In this situation where you outsped is probably around equal.
Sorrow scroll.
Yeah, not sure if using this amount of gold for this prison was necessary, honestly. I think it would have been better used in the desert. And actually he's Necro, so he can easily take a taupe and get gold that way.
Useful to more in the giant. I was actually just thinking that, Alex. You read my mind. Alexes are in sync.
Yeah, the Alexes think alike.
Fun fact, Twaryna's name is Alex as well.
Fun fact, my name is Alex as well.
Attack of the Alexes. Any more Alexes in chat? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Okay.
Thank God, no. What are you talking about, thank God? You should say, unfortunately, no. Actually, my name is Alex. I mean, Alex is an awesome name. Being an Alex is awesome. Ooh, and there's that timer we were talking about.
I mean, both have timer issues right now. I think if both sides have timer problems, it's alright. If one side has no timer and the other one has a lot of timer, it gets problematic.
Alex is a great name, must confess. The only thing my parents did right. I'm sure that's not true, man. He wants to save as much mana as possible in this fight, so doing this without using both of his animates would be good, but he may have to.
I mean, imagine having the giants all alive. You could easily use them as meteor, and you'd be totally fine.
Well, looks like there's still meat.
Yeah, of course, but you would... They are not enough at this point, I feel.
Notice how green name buys you no Sultan stack? Yeah, Bar Torch Premium, right?
Bertosh Premium Plus. Less donor.
Alright, so question is, does he use both of his animates or sacrifice some skeletons? Probably sacrificing skeletons here is a better idea.
I think it depends on how many. If you have to sacrifice a full a full batch of animate
Yeah, okay.
skeletons,
He doesn't even lose that many. It's like 30, 40.
Okay. Well, it's alright. He broke. He has some timer left, which is great. He used, well, not all movements, but he used a lot of them.
Doesn't see too much in the center so far. He does see Utopia, Fire Tome, chests, and nothing, no easy targets for Galtern though. Alright, let's switch to Master of Mind. Why did he take Giants, you mean, to the Afridi fight? So that
It's meat.
Yeah, because he only had 40 mana, so obviously he could not just indefinitely animate.
Yep, he had the option to either burn all mana and lose skeletons or bleed the giants. And obviously, like, maybe not obviously for everyone, but I feel that losing giants there is far better than losing skeletons or mana.
Well, not only skeletons smite, but, you know, skeletons and magic, or skeletons and animate, and mass, you know, mass haste.
I mean, with magic, skeletons can win the game, honestly. Like, they can. It's simply because of how powerful they are. The skeletons, they can do a lot. You can.
Who's
do
on the
tropes,
upper
you
hand
can
right
get
now?
spreads.
It's a tough
It
call right
depends.
now, I think.
Honestly, I think if MoM's turn works out the way he wants right now, he might have the upper hand.
Is this a level 10 Alamar?
No, 5.
Does he have Expert Scholar?
Nope.
Unfortunate. Would have been nice to teach Soulmere Resurrect.
Yeah, true. So I think if his plan works out the way he wants, then MoM is ahead here. I am kind of doubting that the chain works flawlessly, but he can feel free to prove me wrong.
He didn't even see that hive before, did he?
I think he might have. No, he saw another hive, I think.
Now, did he take that picket and the hive next to that side town on the top right? So he does have 10 Cyclopes, right? But I guess he didn't take the hive, so he must have taken the picket, but not the hive.
True, okay, so let's see what he gets here.
Yeah, Soulmere's confirmed. Earth Magic, so it's only basic. Okay, yeah, so skips Earth Magic so he can get Scholar eventually quicker. That's gotta be a decent scroll too, because that was 10 Black Knights and only a level 5 Alamar. That's gotta be a level 4 or 5 scroll.
Probably yes. Level 5 plus the scroll should be a high scroll here for Black Knights.
Ah, okay, yeah, the high was 2049 Liches, yeah. Does not pick up the box right now, or the scroll right now.
Yeah,
he's afraid of the chain.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
His chains are really falling apart here. And he doesn't really have a lot of gold to fix this.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. He got a bit lucky with Astral here, so he has someone with a...
He did have a gargoyle in town too.
Oh, okay, good. Then it's not... That was alright to begin with. Okay, here's the eyes. Okay, he now wants to chain for that thing. Okay. And here I'm very uncertain about him being able to
Right.
change this out. Like, yeah, you know, really. Like, Mom, you had an entire turn of Twaryna to do the maths on whether you can change this or not. Come on. Like, really. Did he really not do the maths on whether he can change this out? I mean, it's not that hard. And now he starts having... Yeah, he can't go for this now.
Mm-hmm. Unless he wants to waste the entire turn of Solmir, which is not an option.
Yeah, I mean, wow. That was... Honestly, I was expecting better here. Like, he really did... He had an entire turn to do the maths to check if he can get the army out there or not. And he just didn't do it. Okay, he needs a hero. He now has to change for that.
Is he still gonna try to get those sandals? Is the question. He's gonna try to, but again, tough chaining. Only money for one more hero.
And he doesn't have... Here, actually, leaving Astral would have been good if you had a Gargoyle in town just for this chain, because it saves you movement points. Not sure if you didn't think ahead about it, or... This seems mildly awkward. Let me do the math real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3 are diagonal. So he spends like what, 500, 700, and then he has... he doesn't get this. He can only fight the fight and then he has to get out, I think. Otherwise he gets stuck.
Yeah, he did not take the picket. But the good news is that he should still be able to do the break on Solmir, since Solmir is just going to carry with his magic.
Does he have good spells like Chain Lightning?
Except for Chain Lightning, nothing. I don't think he has anything else except Magic Arrow, Chain Lightning. But even with Magic Arrow, I think he would be okay.
The thing is, does he have high spell power? Like, for how much does his Magic Arrow hit here even?
Smite, because his chains didn't work out, and if he took that picket, he would have been stuck with the army, and he would have wasted the entire turn on Solmir.
Yep, like he, it seems, didn't do the math on the chain, started doing it, and then realized it's not working. I mean, at least he didn't fully do it when he realized. This fight actually looks awkward now.
It does.
Because he didn't, like, for whatever reason, he put the gremlins into the corner, not the Cyclops. And now he is here.
Loses a Cyclop.
I mean, it's fine if you lose only one Cyclops here. You should kill, okay. 1G, okay. If he gets these handles now, oh boy. He can't pick them up.
Nope.
At least he fortified. I think if the... he now has to move Solmir, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
I think... Oh boy, this is a mess.
Yeah, and you hate it when this happens as a player, and you know, trust me, guys. Even the fact that we're seeing this happen at this high of a level, you know, just shows you how difficult proper chaining is. You know, so as a player, this has certainly happened to me many times.
I think it more is a showcase of how pressuring the timer can at times be.
Well, it's a combination of things, right? But you know, yeah, and he does only have 10 seconds left. So what?
What did he do? What?
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 Oh, I think. Okay. I think he doesn't want to break with all these sandals.
Right.
I think.
But okay, he wastes the entire turn anyway, and doesn't get the sandals and doesn't get the picket. Now he's gonna chain back for the picket. This seems a bit weird. All right, back to Twaryna.
I'm not sure. I think he maybe really didn't do the maths on his chains during his turn, during Twaryna's turn.
I take it back. Twaryna wins. Oh, ye of little faith. Come on, man.
I mean, that's what I meant. Like I said, when you asked who's ahead, I was saying I think that Twaryna is in a winning, that MoM is in a winning situation if everything works out. And I mean, it clearly did not work out.
That's true. Yeah, Void Remover. Yeah, he had no timer left, and that fight would have potentially taken. Yeah, even if he does the fight, he has what, 5 seconds left. Doesn't really get far into the center.
Hello there, the Brit.
Master of Mind is his full name, and he's a Russian player, a really good Russian player. Not sure what his rating is exactly, but
I think he's decently known. I've seen him several times playing in different Jebus tournaments, but from what I've been told, he's like a Jebus only guy, so you won't see him during other tournaments. Supposedly playing at a high level, but I think at this point the timer is getting to him.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that understandable.
Twaryna also seems to be wasting a little bit of time here, and he only has 4 minutes left.
I'm not sure how necessary all of this is, but okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, additional skeletons, sure, but it's like what you need now is something from the center, and to replenish Galtron's mana with some better stats so that you can do something like a Utopia or a more difficult fight.
Maybe the skeletons help with that too. So far, okay, he's going in. He poor Manchana to the middle from what I saw, so he's now going to take the army with Gem, I assume, and Gem is going for the... Okay, so he is now going to open the box with Galtron, gives the army to Gem. Gem will go ahead to the middle, I assume. He can see in Tavern, like he has checked several times already, that MoM hasn't broken yet, and he... Well, not that he isn't...
48 upgraded cows for an imp cache in a box. Seems like 10k XP maybe.
Box. A lot of value gets eaten by the imp cache.
No Smite, Rido or Hex. It's only Russian players in this cup.
I mean...
And a Ukrainian, Twaryna.
To be fair, Hex is Russian.
Oh yeah, right.
But,
right.
Oh no, he's Ukrainian, but he doesn't like playing Jebus, so...
Hex is Ukrainian?
Why... Hex is Ukrainian, yes.
Huh. And Keksib is Russian as well, right? Isn't he?
Yes. Okay, Expert Air, he now gets the army to Gem. Okay, what is he doing? Will he try to...
Looks like he doesn't have enough moves to open the box and bring the army back, so he wants to give the army to Gem right now.
And then he probably wants to performance into the cache, I guess. He's thinking. Like, here's what I meant earlier, like, he's in no situation to be thinking too much right now. Like,
right. Yeah, and also there's always a chance that if he reaches the center of town right now on Gem, it could mean that Master of Mind is going to reach the center of town as well, and then he ends up having to take the final fight on this hero.
No, that's why he poor Manchan, I think, to have someone.
Right. Okay. But he does not know where the center town is. That's also...
That's the problem, yeah. His girlfriend has Expert Air, but no view air.
So he could not reach the town and still be stuck on Gem and get attacked.
Okay. The thing is, now imagine, in this situation, Master of Mine didn't mess around with chains and broke and everything worked out hammer-wise, he would have won this point. Because Gem would be stuck. Actually, no, I think I'm wrong here. Like, from the zero thinking, Gem would be over there and Son would be on the way to the town. But I think if Twaryna sees Solmir as best hero, he plays this differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, call me Bobbert. Actually, I was talking to the organizer of the tournament, and he actually mentioned that he wants to organize something with the English-speaking community. He asked me to contact some of the other English-speaking players and streamers and try to organize something. So I think that's something that we're going to try to do in the future. I mentioned that, you know, the skill level of us, most of us English-speaking plebs, is not quite as high as some of these guys, so we would need, you know, more of like a mid-tier tournament. You know, not mentioning.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't agree with that. There's a lot of.
I'm not mentioning, you know, I'm not mentioning people like you or Rito or you know, Keksib. You know, I'm talking mostly about like Hayes, Bistro, myself, me, Kick. You know, so
I would even say that Lekshav is on par with
Lekshav,
most.
well, again, Lekshav is kind of the exception. He's basically the only, you know, like, for whatever reason, I don't really consider people like Rito and Keksib English-speaking streamers. You know,
well, Rito you should, Keksib you shouldn't.
True. You know, but
Rito streams English after all, and he does. But you know, but yeah, but let's say, you know, you take Lekshav, Bistro, Hayes, and myself. Yeah, Lekshav is basically the only one who can kind of compete at this level. So, well, probably. I mean, I saw Hayes once almost beat Lucky F on Jebus, so
didn't he get really lucky?
Kind of. I mean, it's Jebus.
Well, he does reach the center town. Looks like barely on the last, next to last move.
All right. Beat any Russian? Not really smite. I think if we play on their templates, Fires of Sky eats me alive on mirrors. Lucky F does. I have very bad win rates with Hex, and so on and so forth. So
Teapot and Pathfind boots over here. So.
And Spit, I would disagree with you, honestly. Like, Moretti has been among the best when he played back then.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say exactly. I think
nowadays, I don't see him beating top tier players. Honestly, like, I don't see him beating Lucky F. I don't see him beating Fire to Sky. I don't see him beating Hex.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say pretty much the exact same thing.
I guess, like, he takes very clean fights. I'll give him that. Like, very, very clean fights. But his time management is not really well. Like, he has the same problem, for example, Twaryna has here. And he plays by the old meta back then. Yeah, like, Dave Han was really well. Like, he was someone I would say is on par with the top tiers.
Dave? Who's Dave? I don't even know.
Dave Han. You haven't heard of him. Like, he was a Hungarian player who was really, like, he won SNGs, he played at very high levels, he won out of tournaments and so on.
But anyway, the entire point that I was trying to make there is that hopefully... Ooh, looks like... wait, does he have animate on Vitamina?
This fight is slightly Monk is not going to lie.
What
Vilo should have it.
Yo.
No, he has 2 animates, but goddammit, it's shield and 2 animates. Like, where's the shield?
Oh. Well, he only had... Oh, yeah, well, hold on. He does have Earth Magic, so he could have used shield. But yeah, that no retaliation. Oof, this is... Ooh.
Okay, this is,
he just
I think, a tilt fight. I think this is a tilt fight. If he shielded and hit, he would have won here. I think shield and stone skin is more important than 1 animate.
Yeah, this doesn't look good at all.
Ooh. Yeah, and this is again a timer thing. And now he walked out. Oh, okay, this is GG.
Yep. And there it is. All right, just like that, guys. Just like that. Just like that,
yeah,
it's over.
Exactly. As Prit says, this is the moment when you get stressed by timer.
Anticlimactic. Didn't even see Master of Mine try to go for that break. Ouch, 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 ouch. That's...
Yeah. That was... I said, this is what people mean when they say that Twaryna is not a top tier player. Like you saw, he played his biome really cleanly. He did a lot of good stuff. He did some mistakes here and there, but everyone does. And then the timer starts sitting, and many players have that. They play well, they play in a good level. Timer starts going low, and everything goes to shit.
That was a very questionable decision attacking those hiders there. I mean sure, he
right, like he was on his last seconds and started clicking really quick, and then ran to this fight. And
I mean, obviously he has to expect a large amount of them because of Pathfind boots, Teapot, and Hive, right? So.
Yeah. So I think the fight was still doable if you, instead of 2 animates, go for Shield, Stone Skin, and Animate. They might be wrong on that.
Maybe. Yeah, guys, so the point of that I was trying to make there is that there should be some cool things happening in the English-speaking community, so hopefully we will be able to organize some sort of a tournament where, you know, we can have English players compete against the Russian players as well. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that, but fingers crossed that, you know, we will be able to do this, and we... Oh, Twaryna is actually asking if he wants to go for game number 2.
Well, imagine not going for game number 2 after this rather, let's say, disappointing game. Would be a shame.
Well, the Polish community is already doing alright. I would say call me Bobbert. No, this is best of 3, Alex.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, I think the Polish community has more tournaments and stuff going on than the Russian one.
Okay, Master of Mine says no, not today.
Okay, so...
All right.
Now this is best of 3, so they will be playing tomorrow, either at 1 p.m. Moscow time or at 6 p.m. Moscow time.
Hydras are scary.
Well, yeah. I mean, that no retaliation. Anything with no retaliation is always not the greatest fight for Necro. You know, because you are expecting to, like, even with animate, you're expecting to do some damage back with that retaliation. And there were what, 15 of them, or something close to that. So yeah. That's...
Yep.
Okay, guys, well, since they are not having another game, I do think we are probably going to end the stream here. Thank you guys for tuning in, and tomorrow I do believe, you know, we will have another cast. Not 100% sure on, you know, so I think it probably will be me. It may be Bistro even casting. I'll message him, see if he wants to actually do it tomorrow, but could be Crack, could also be Klogi, who casted yesterday. We'll see. We'll, you know, depends on, you know, what works out for whoever. Yeah, so I will, well, I guess we're not going to have an announcement. This is your best announcement right now. Yeah, so you can see the schedule on, it is in Russian, unfortunately. So this is, 1 second. But you can see the schedule. The problem is the schedule is not really formulated right now. All we saw is all we see in the schedule is today's game. So this is all that we see right now. But you know, but I was told by the organizers that it will either be at 1 p.m. Their game number 2, or at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So just, you know, keep in mind, if you guys are interested, tune in at either 1 or 6. I will be casting that, and yeah, and once again, if you guys are not following myself or Crack on Twitch, here are our Twitches. Feel free to follow us. We do stream, both of us stream in English as well. If you want to see more English speaking, here's 3 streams. And yeah, so and Crack, thank you for joining. Yeah,
thanks for having me.
I enjoyed this cast. Hope that you you know, come back.
So did I. Interesting experience.
So yeah, guys, and thank you everybody for watching. We're gonna tune out now, and you know, enjoy the rest of your day, and hope to see you back here tomorrow. Peace.
See you around, Chat Papashki. Hope you enjoyed.